So when you think about everything that's dysregulated is because we're comparing ourselves to someone else. If we're in the moment, we're not going to have those experiences. But if we're thinking, well, if I say this, he's going to do that, or she's going to do that, and you overthink it. Like I still remember working when I was working in therapy. Now I take clients unless they're coaching clients and things like that. I only take 20 of them a year. But in the process of working with parents, they would sometimes bring their kids in, and I remember this one parent brought in their son who was afraid to go to the 7th grade dance, and they wanted to know what I could do with him. And they said he's just got social anxiety. Well, what I found out was he's overthinking everything. Mm-hmm. He wasn't just asking the girl to go out on the dance floor and dance. He was having a baby with her and retiring, and instead of being in the moment, let's just have fun. We're just friends. It's not going to be forever. And if you want to dance, you got to ask, and you're going to get no's. And so part of the learning is learning to take rejection, because that's how we learn. And a lot of people go, I don't want the stress. Well, then you don't want to grow. The only way we grow is in a stress environment. When people go, I don't want the stress. No, what you want is the capacity to handle the stress. Because who's the person, we all have a friend, or you're that friend, that when trouble hits, they come to you because you keep your level head, you know solutions. That's a gift, because so many people right now, as soon as shit hits the fan or whatever, they go to pieces.
Right.
It's the person who can stay together during that. They're going to be the most sought after person. They're going to be the go-to person. They're going to say, you're my rock, whatever's going on, and that's an inside job. That's not an external thing. But some people are born that way, but most people are driven that way. They had to step up because maybe mom and dad wasn't doing it, or, whatever was happening. And they focused on that positive action, instead of saying, oh, no, I don't know what to do. And maybe they had loving parents that didn't tell them, that's not the way you draw a tree, dummy. This is the way you draw a tree. Right. And they weren't able to be creative. My parents didn't show me their certificate from Parent University. So, I was basically a learning progress for them. And we had 9 kids, so I don't know what they were thinking.
That's
I had 2 kids, and I'm, still sane now, thank God. But, at times it felt like, they want to go here, there, all these things. So first we have to forgive our relationships are formed by the parents. When Queen Elizabeth said, we learn the same way as monkeys from our parents, it's really true. So whatever we learn, sometimes it's good or bad. And I love it when people say, I can't believe she tells me it's just like my father. Because if you know the parents,
right,
then you'll see it show up.
Yeah,
because that's
absolutely.
where we learned it. So, but if we can go back, you can change that. That's what I'm saying. If you change the past, when you change yourself now, there's a rippling effect back through time. Not to devalue yourself, but to look at your past experiences and say, how can I retrain my brain to look at them as learned experiences instead of setbacks?
Yes.
And in the future, we know to keep an optimized mindset is to look at life as a series of challenges instead of a series of threats. If you wake up every morning to CNN, let's say, then you're going to wake up with threats. Because their whole job is just scare the heck out of us. They want viewership. And it's just like driving down the highway and somebody gets in an accident, everybody slows down to look at the accident. We need to be looking down the highway, not all the accidents. And I think if everybody, when I've been married for 33 years now, almost 34 here in April, and I had a really good mentor who told me, Patrick, you're not looking for somebody to look into their eyes. That wears off. You're looking for somebody looking in the same direction. If you have the same goals, the same values, the same mission, and nowadays more than ever, people need to know that because, look what happened over the last 3 years. People are being pried apart because of social conformities and political views. And that shouldn't even be part of the family. That's just...
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Families split up, divided because of political views on COVID. But I'm like, man, if you lost a family member because of something like that, go get them back.
Yeah, right.
They're
proving all the bullshit has been bullshit.